Your Honors, Carl Admert and Chase Vinci of Google Legals and Google Management. Forgive me, please. Also, MELECH'HA, Mr.Presients. This is Thursday, the day I told my last crimes. I wanted to show you that the Gloria my sister just given me as gift. I really needed to show you this, but next to it. 2129 I got here with no SIM still, and already spent the complete of navigation 3 gigabytes. What's really useful is speeding. It's really quick. I love that. You know, into this situation, I wanted to explain you something. How could this large, practically 80K, just came through and above all the steps I've just made in to destroy me and destroy our people this way? And this situation is masonry, and at the hand of the social, para-social intelligence, which were the Kirchner's clan and family, always the same with Aníbal Fernández. There were some whisper around the idea that Aníbal Fernández will be in Plaza Bavaria called labio leporino, which starts to say this maricas degenerados about me and about our people, which it means to be not leporine, the word wouldn't be that, will be lapsivar or lapserer, which is a wrong term at the English, but it means exactly person that horrorizes glances. At the reality which this Aníbal Fernández will be running, being a supposed, in terms as were used, fag, from militares argentinos. But the situation is that the supposed term, forgive me please, fag, were always, forgive me on the term, fag of Ejército Argentino. And always making businesses with that. All the time, and only ran from Arneros and Saquel, which were exactly the ones that were making the destruction of the ones that were putting and exposing, like they said, exposing, like to me, exposing the reality of who Ejército Argentino were, so at the right medias and at the right image of being exactly embarrassing the patriotic homeland. So suddenly we're persecuted for being murdered, but blowjob, and I'm sorry for the term I'm using, forgive it please, enough to Gartieri, Videla, Romero, and Samasor, and the ones that are Guzman, Galceno, and Hatzmarkel, Ejército Argentino, and blowjob, and this is exactly this, forgive me for this, supposedly this will be defamation. Enough because of it's the rule of Argentina. Ejército Argentino and Néstor Kirchner, with Cristina Kirchner and Máximo Kirchner and Aníbal Fernández, instaurated while and through we were working to try to put in health at the institutions of armed forces to try to avoid this figure of degenerados all over, at the point for the black code where exactly whenever someone to mistreat or faulty making against them business and them authorities to have the blowjob and being F word, Ed. And it's exactly until today that Thurs people making the same. And are all Sodoma, and it's exactly them black code and them law of the land. So suddenly it's exactly what they demand on me, that I shall come to blowjob because of that will be respect for the patriot. Says perrazos degenerados Ejército Argentino and the whole parties. Now at the reality of this, for this class of an exposition, they determine themselves that I have to murder whoever to be associated with me because if I will offend them, but not murdering me because of they says they got to defeating me. And they says they got to showing that they are superior and they are grand. And the problem is, should I keep on saying these things? because of their murders, but the Mason Raven murder, because of they said they gotta do to me, and they goes to destroying people because of they says gotta do to me, and if I don't say no word, they self-stimulate themselves, telling that they got to make me speak for they to feel stimulated, for they to go into saying that they do to me. So, reventados hijos de una gran reventada del infierno de Sodoma, we got to put them all dead, and it's the best to do. Got them shit of a homeland of Sodom and Gomorrah, gotta be all dead, and that is a leer to the whole of the world. So now, the reality is that we have problems, and this is not really enough, and it's not over. They says that the onsen has the whole, and Cristina Fernández de Kirchner IX, static mask, says that she keeps on governing and keeps on being the patriotic president of Argentina, and Macri shall never touch the command for her. Gives on making strategy and the whole generations. Now, the point of this will be what happens with my accounts and what are doing with my accounts and why every day on I will steal them, what I do, what she requests for me for the reason that goes to making denounces and saying that nothing else is out of this and not you all around the more because of their needs that to remain on the way with that just we prove it. And nobody says and does nobody else, nothing else, and forwarding with the same generations, but uses everything for to keep on making less humanity this below agree because of our Sodom and Gomorrah, and it's exactly what it means to be the real Sodom and Gomorrah. Is this share of a class ever after? So now the reality of this delivers into the core were Kirchner's. I started to suffering this so before. Persecuted since 1920. And it's not a lie. Since 1920, evangelics of Asmarot came to Buenos Aires and saying, here's going to happen something tremendous, and God is going to bring someone that is going to make a disaster, and it's going to make people to get dead, and others will resurrect, and we'll be called beasts, and we'll have a disaster, tellers. Over Gabriel Nasmaret, if you won't forget, which were Jewish, called actually Gabriel Nasmir, and were Jewish. So suddenly, in this situation, while this all happened, Ejército Argentino, perros degenerados, always at the site and at the date for the trying to compiling information and how are we going to do because if we knew about this. And whenever came the Second, the Third Reich, they were always associated, out of the same class. Masonería degenerada abominable, just like Nazism. So suddenly in the middle of this all, perrazos abominados with the burden of the victims we could take off. Supposed desertores y traicioneros a la patria, but maricas de Sodoma, forgive me the term again, I'm sorry. Perros degenerados, atrofiados, creídos de señores y estrellas y derecho. At the reality of this, while sent to massive rape and murder and destroying all around, this degeneraditos de cuarta, Ejército Argentino Armada Argentina, kept on making the clever effect massive plaqui a reforçmação. And witches of Anur, if you won't forget Egypt, and Prabeca, from the ancient Gelfamatlechevisvosenima on Peru, were the clever effect massive plaqui reforçmação Remassasam. So suddenly in the middle of this reality came and started coming the sickness of Baparafo, which were exactly Roman of the legacy of Anuban, which were associated practically with Marmacel, and were not Illuminati, were Nacerot, Ponce Pilatos. And we have the story already then corroborating, and with the corroboration of everything, and it's exactly that, which now remains Anacondia, Carnival, Cabrera, Crudo, Estemateas, Fredson, associated, and the whole of the degenerates with them background, hide them, and trying to making we are going to